will do it. No matter what type of game it is, she will play it. Because she's a crazy reviewer, gamer. Hopefully this song is shorter for you guys. Because she thinks the last one was too long. But she still is a crazy cat lady, you gamer. Hopefully this is the last one because like before, I don't like singing these songs.
CrazyCatLady Gamer Reviewer or Martha Butler does not own any trailers or pictures. I use them under fair use for educational and entertainment purposes. Hi everybody, Martha here. So, since I already did my Aladdin review a long time ago, back when I heard that Will Smith was taking Rob Williams' place, I decided to celebrate Aladdin a different way by doing one of Rob Williams' other movies that I love, which is Hook. Yes, that one I really do love, and now I think there's at least 2 people in this movie who have passed away. There's Robin Williams and the guy who plays Smee. That's who. Bob Hoxton is the older guy who died, who plays Smee. So those are the ones I think have. And there's a lot of cameos in this movie. We have like Glenn Close. We have George Lucas and Carrie Fisher. Well, we can count her, but she's just a cameo, I guess. Who are kissing on the bridge. Wow. Really? Wow. That's really mysterious to this. So let's start out with this movie. Basically, Peter Pan has grown up and decided to have his own family, but he doesn't remember his time at Neverland because you lose your memory the more time you spend here, I guess, of Neverland. And he has 2 kids named Jack and Marla. Hopefully, I should have rewatched this movie before I did this. So his daughter went and did is in a play about Peter Pan, and he watches the play the next day. His son Jack has a baseball game, which he said, I will go as my word. And he doesn't go. He does not go. He ends up missing the whole entire game. He sends somebody to go, sends like his co-workers to go and film the game for him so he can watch it later. And that's really cold. and by the time he gets there, the game is over. The whole entire everybody's gone. They really cleared out there quick, didn't they? Jack lost the game because he was so disappointed that his dad was not there. And so the next night they go and see Grandma Wendy, who was played by Maggie Smith from Harry Potter, who played Professor McGonagall. Now, this movie does a great job what she will eventually end up looking like, because they did makeup to make it break where it looks older, and they made it to where what she almost looks right now. So they did a great job of predicting what she will look like right now. So great job, guys. She's not that bad, but they're pretty close. Not trying to say she looks old now, but anyway, when they get there, they the reason why they're going because Maggie is opening orphanages for a bunch of people, orphans and stuff like that, and supporting them in hospitals and stuff like that. And Peter and his wife are going to support her. and they leave their kids in the care of Toodles and Lila, which is from the book. Because there was they did have a care besides Nana taking care of the kids, who was also in the book. A lot of versions do forget about her. So, hopefully I said her name right. If I don't, I'm sorry. They don't say her name in the movie that often. So, and while they're at the ceremony for Wendy, the kids get captured by Hook. And this is when Phil Collins, the detective, who was played by Phil Collins, comes and says that we have to go or try to discover like what happened to the kids. And Wendy shows him the book that is about Peter Pan, and she's trying to help him remember who he really was. And yeah, he doesn't remember. He does not remember. That nice try though, Wendy. So he goes in the room and he sees Tinkerbell, that is played by Julie Rogers, and a lot of people don't like her haircut. My mom didn't like her haircut in this movie, but I don't know. It's okay. And Tinkerbell, Julie Rogers does a good job as Tinkerbell, I think. She doesn't do too squeezy. She does not even hint at the fact that she was ever jealous of Wendy, because she's a puppet of Wendy anyway. But she does not get jealous of she does get jealous of his wife now, because later on they do kiss, so she does get jealous of that. But she's not as feisty as she was in Peter Pan. She doesn't try to kill his wife with by saying she's a Wendy bird. So more bird. So they she like him. Peter doesn't believe this. He thinks he's like fell asleep or high or something, and so Tink has to convince that he is not seeing things, not at all. So Tink has to clap your hands, she pretend and when he says, "I do not believe in fairies," she falls over and pretends to be dead and tries to make it where he claps her hands to make it where she brings him back to life. Clap louder! So then when he knocks over and hits the chair, she carries him back to Neverland, which is she must take a lot of stereo pills or something, because she does know how to pick up Robin Williams, which is probably pretty heavy for her. What is she, part ant? So when they get to there, we see this hook is the best hook I think so far of every hook, even one in Peter Pan from Aladdin. That one is way too chickenly and stuff like that. I mean, he sometimes acts eloquent and scary, but Dustin Hoffman does a great job of acting eloquent and scary. He doesn't go a little too far, but he knows how to make sure that he is a presentable voice as of being a villain, and him and Bob Hoskins are really good together. They have to joke around a lot and try to stop me, Smee. Try to stop me, Smee. Don't try to stop me, Smee. And and Bob Hoskins waits until it's to him after he does, and they have all these red carpets, he's really stylish. Where's the carpet, Smee? Yeah, and the whole entire thing with the one they kill, which is Glenn Close, and they put inside the scorpion box, and put 3 scorpions in there, and yeah, that's dark. That pirate's dead now. And so Peter has a chance to save his kids. He doesn't take it because he still does not know that he is Peter Pan, and he tries to pay him off to make him and he shoots Hook shoots through the checkbook and makes one of his and kills one of his pirate guys, and and they knock him off. And so he says, "You can get your kids if you can fly up there and get them." And he, instead of trying to fly up there, he climbs, and nope, he does not make it out. He does not. He like reaches forward, and and the kids are like, "Don't give up on, please, don't." And so Tinkerbell goes over there and tries to whistle with him because he like, "I give up. This guy is not Peter Pan. We're not gonna have a war. Let's kill them all." And then Tink goes over there and says, "Oh, this is how you want to be remembered, huh? Who just goes around kidnap kids and killing Peter Pan? You don't want to have a grand war? Fine then." Like, okay, fine. Hook says, "Fine, 2 days. 4, you want a great pan. 3, my final offer. Done." And Tink shakes the hook, and then she likes, and Hook says, "You better deliver, Miss Bell. No matter clapping, I send you." Where you gonna send her, Hook? Yeah, that's really weird. So they accidentally one of the pirates actually hits them when he's still tied up and stuff like that. Hits Peter and makes him go overboard. And he meets the mermaids. None of them are Ariel. Sorry guys, but they all kiss him. They're just trying to give him air so he can get up to land. But still, yeah, I think he's enjoying it. Like, he's not saying, "I'm married. I have a wife, Mara." So he gets put inside of a shell and gets put up there. And this is when we meet the Lost Boys. A lot of them are here. One of them is from the kid with curly hair and freckles. The guy is from a music video that is Young Forever. One of those. Look it up, guys. You'll see him. And now we have Rufio, which is the best boss boy ever. I love Rufio. Yeah, this guy never ages. I can show you a picture of him. Let's see if I can pronounce his name. Dan Breo. Hopefully I said the name right. But he has not aged at all, really. He looks still like Rufio. I'm going to show a picture of him because I don't think my phone will actually work on here of showing him what he looks like now. But he still looks like Rufio. And he was also an Avatar, the cartoon. He played Prince Zuko. So, yep. And Rufio's like the new Peter Pan there and the new leader. He even has Pan's sword. He took over after Pan left. And he like, "I'm not fooled by this guy. Do not listen to Tink. We're not good." Like, Tink's like, "Come on, guys, give him a chance!" So they send one of the other Lost Boys to go and see if he is able, if he's Pan, and he like throws his face around his face, and like he makes him smile, like, "Oh, there you are, Peter!" And some of the other Lost Boys go over there and start like, "Peter, you grew up. You promised never to grow up." Yes, he became a lawyer, guys. Like, and they're like, and Rufio's like, "Kill the lawyer!" Rufio, do you even know what a lawyer is? you might. We don't know how long ago these kids were sitting there. So, and they decided to start training them, but Rufio says, "No, we're not going to train this guy. I'm in charge." Basically. And they start training him, and Hook, meanwhile, and Bob and Smee came up with an idea to make the kids love Hook. So when Peter comes back, that they would not even want to go with him. They would want to stay. And Hook's like, yeah. After he tries to kill himself. So, and Smee had to stop him from trying to commit suicide. And Smee's like, "What would the world be without Captain Hook?" Who knows? And he says, "Yeah, that's true. What would the world be like without Captain Hook?" So the next day, he tries to make Maggie and Jack to like him, and Maggie doesn't. Maggie's not fooled at all. She's singing the song that her mom used to sing to her, but Jack is giving Hook a chance. Yep, Jack is definitely giving Hook a chance because he's felt very betrayed that his dad did not come to his baseball game. So while that's going on, Peter is trying to learn how to be back to where he once was, but he's failing at every single point. He can't crow, he can't fly. So they try. They even put him in a slingshot, and then they tell him, "Think happy thoughts." And I got a happy thought. Be in the slingshot. We'll be a happy thought. So that happens, and he does not fly. Sorry. So and then that was like the first day with being the Lost Boys, and that night is when they like start blowing the candles out with their mouths and stuff like that. And the day after that is when they go up to Jack is having a baseball game that day and showing the Pirates how baseball works. He like told them all the rules. He knows more about than me because I'm not a sports person. Sorry. So I don't know about the rules. So as far as I know, they're doing great. I mean, they even get mad at him. They shoot somebody for stealing. I'm pretty sure you're allowed to steal. You're allowed to steal. As long as you do it during the time you're allowed to steal, so don't shoot that guy. And folks, it's a very violent game. Baseball is. So while this is going on, Peter's trying to take Hook's hook. And he almost doesn't, but instead he sits there watching Jack hit the baseball. And he actually gets a home run because they say home run Jack, but it distracts him because they had it backwards and he thought it Maggie. And Took said, "Switch it around!" And that he left noticing that Hook said, "That's my boy, my Jack," and he left disappointed, not grabbing the hook, so he didn't get to crow. And this is when he goes back and sees the treehouse that is probably the same treehouse that's from the Disney movie that got burned down, yet it's still standing. I guess Hook did not put too much fire to it. I don't know. And he remembers. This is when he finally remembers that who he is, because I think that hitting the baseball in his head actually got him to remember, because he saw his young reflection in the water, which is weird. And then he saw his shadow right there, pointing to where the tree house is. And this is when he starts to remember his past, and remembering where everybody sat, like Toodles, Wendy, Michael, John, and where Tink's cage was, and her little house, her little clock house, and this when he remembers his mom. I get how you can, how you remember your mom. You left her when you were a baby. Okay. And Tink takes him to Neverland when he's a little baby, when he tries to run away. But you didn't run away, okay? Your stroller roll off. What did you do when you were a baby? You just try to look around and make it where it moved. While she's talking about his future. And that's when Tink came and got him. So, how does Neverland work? Is there an age limit to where you stop aging? Because when he comes back to check out his parents, he looks like he's about 5 years old. And when he's about when he goes and meets Wendy, he's about 13 and meets Wendy. So, is there an age limit to where you stop aging? Rulebook, please. So they should have had an age where you stop aging at Neverland, because apparently he kept on aging. So when he met Wendy and stuff like that, And then he came back one last time, and that's when he met Mora. And I love the blankets here. They're beetle blankets, like cool. And he gives her a real kiss this time, and that's when he decides to stay. And he has Jack, and that's his happy moment, or where he remembers that I have a son, and he like flies for the air, and then all of a sudden he's wearing his Peter Pan outfit. Which I'm with Hook here. How did you manage to fit in that thing? So he goes and fights Hook, and everybody comes, and all the Lost Boys come with him. But before that, him and Tink have a moment where Tink had to remind him, you have 2 kids, go and save them, because apparently he forgot about them. And they have their moment, and they kiss, and he's like, Moira is my girl, okay? That's who I'm with. Sorry, Tink. And he goes and saves them, and he like even cuts a little thing inside the sail of his shape, like, and that's when Hook says, how the hell did you manage to fit in that thing? So when Jack is all dressed up as Hook and about to get ready his first earring by the violent way, by his hook, by Hook's hook. So the fight happens, and the Lost Boys are like using eggs and paint and stuff like that. So, and Rufio is trying to prove himself still, even though he allowed Hook, he gave Pan back his sword, and the whole entire thing that happened at the dinner, which I forgot to mention. That dinner, like, I forget to mention that dinner. So the dinner they have is when they have to pretend like there's food there. So do they really starve? I don't know how that works. And this is where Rufio and Hook and Han like both throw back heads together. Like, sure, you don't have a Marine level that's higher than like 6th Marine level and stuff like that. Like, I'm a lawyer. And Rufio is like, you stupid man! You stupid man! So that even though after they had that little banter that they've been having for these past 3 days, Rufio knows that he can trust this guy, but still he wants to go and fight Hook, which is not a good idea. Like, and Pan tries to like come and saves him, like, Hook's mine, Rufio, please don't. And then Hook's like going, Rufio, and they get him on to come and fight him. And Hook kills him. And the last thing we hear from Rufio is, I wish I had a dad like you. And I think this is what snaps Jack to back to thinking that this is his dad. That's his dad, because he forgot about his dad apparently. Man, Neverland really has a good effect upon you. Like, Maggie didn't. Maggie still remember her dad. Like, Maggie was surprised that Peter Pan's my dad? Yep. And so after Rufio died, they have their fight, but Maggie says, let's just leave. So he just grabs both his kids and like, you bring your bed back over here, or I'm gonna go after your children's children. And so Hook and they have their fight, and Hook keeps on like saying, what would the world be like without Captain Hook? And like he like loses his wig, and he goes on the kid that had has red head and freckles, the one that's from that music video I told you about. And this is when they're like fighting, and Tink blocks the Hook. Like, okay, Tink, you're still very powerful. And this is when Peter grabs the Hook and puts it inside the crocodile, and the crocodile comes down and eats Hook. And this is when he leaves, and he leaves, and he tells Jack and Maggie to go ahead of him. And the Lost Boy's like, you're gonna leave and forget about us again. Like, this won't happen this time, guys. I will never forget you guys. Not this time. Now, who should I leave in charge? So he picks the little Mexican guy, the little Mexican kid. I don't know. I have a hard time keeping all these kids' names. They barely said them. So so that's what I'm saying about that one. And that's who left in charge. And the red-haired freckles kid. Who do I look after? And he says, little bugs, Neverland bugs. That's who you look after. So then he flies back, and I guess Bob Hawks, Smee left Neverland or something because now he's a janitor and picking up around the statue of Peter Pan. Like, okay, Smee, you want to stop being a pirate? You already got a job though. And this is when he flies home and sees Nana and grabs the phone that has still been ringing after he threw it out the window that night before everybody left. And Morla is like, you're supposed to be here to spend time with your kids, not answering the phone. And that guy been holding on for 3 days? What? Or 1 night? Because who knows how time works between Neverland and our world. So still, that guy's been holding that long? Wow! And the phone's not broken after what Nana did to it. It got buried in snow. Come on, this is a cell phone from the 90s. That phone is really very hardy. You'd be surprised how many phones I went through. But still, he gets back up there and he tells Jack, what did I tell you about this window? Leave it open forever, ever, and ever, and ever. So, and Toodles gets hit by the dust that is left, and so he went off. And this is one of the lines that I love, that it's really memorable, that I really care for. So Peter says, "Adventure, life is the next adventure," or something like that.
Boy, why are you crying?
I don't know. A tear for every happy thought.
One for me? One for me?
One for me?
And one for me! Seize the day!
So, your adventures are over.
Oh no. To live will be an awfully big adventure.
But I love that line. It's sad to hear him say that after now. So, yep, I love this movie so much. So, and I think it's nice to see that Steven Spielberg went a different idea than just telling the story. He decided, what if Peter Pan grew up? What would that be like? So, this is one of my other favorite other movies that Robin Williams was in. I have 4 of them. Which is Aladdin, obviously, Hook, obviously, Jumanji, and Mrs. Doubtfire. But I decided, since I have not reviewed the other three, I decided to pick this one since it is a Disney movie it's not a Disney movie since Steven Spielberg made it, but it got continued by, it was just what would happen next for that one. So I give this movie 9 out of 10 because there are some confusing points in it. So let me go and get Sully.
Hi, everybody. So, never smile at a Sully. No, you can't get friendly with the Sully. That's the crock and type. What are you doing, Sully? I'm singing Never Smile at a Sully.
What are you talking about?
There's a deleted song in Peter Pan.
Really? What's that?
Never smile at a crocodile. No, you can't get friendly with the crocodile.
Yep.
Where was that song? I don't know. Well, since you're doing Peter Pan movie, I thought I could sing that song.
Okay, so what do you give this movie?
Overpass. Mateo. So, Remember, guys, never smile at a Sully. No, you can't get friendly with the Sully.
Why not?
Well, because, especially a rat. No rat can get friendly with Sully.
Bye. Like, and subscribe.
Bye-bye.